life of TK, welcome to foinaven. I'm where you are now, in heli-admin, the helicopter reception area. You've just travelled around 180 kilometres from Aberdeen. Now the oil and gas that this vessel is here to produce is coming up from underneath the seabed, 500 metres down there. You're about to have a guided tour, but let's have a sneak preview. If you're staying on board, then here it is, home from home. Next to your life jacket goes your survival suit. And over here, an emergency goodie bag with gloves, smoke hood, and a flashlight. Let's move on. Never forgetting this is a 24/7 vessel and there are over 60 people on board. There might be people sleeping even when you're not. Corridors and stairs. That seems to be the impression most people have when they get here. And handrails. Rule number 1, always keep a hand free to hold the handrails when using the stairs. This has to be one of my favourite places, the galley on the main deck. A great thing about being offshore is the range and quantity of food, and with so much on offer, there's always a healthy option. Imagine this is foinaven, and this is the heart of the vessel, the turret, through which all the oil and gas is piped before being stored on board. The turret is fixed, but we're not, so from time to time when the sea state changes, we'll swivel around it, giving us the most comfortable ride. I've just come down to the gym. Not only is this a great place to work out, but also an excellent place to illustrate what this vessel is all about. Although we're not actually going anywhere, like any other vessel, she can pitch, heave, and roll. Goal! Things can move suddenly, whether it's weights in a gym or equipment on deck. This can catch you out at any time, and especially if you're used to working on fixed platforms or on land. So rule number 2, take care and secure anything you're using that might fall, roll or slide in here or anywhere on board. Most accidents occur from everyday things, such as slipping or tripping, or being caught unaware by the vessel's sudden movement. If you do have an accident, then this is where you would need to come. The sick bay is equipped to cope with serious injuries, as well as minor ailments or seasickness. You'll also need to tell the medic about any medicines you had bagged up in Aberdeen at the helicopter check-in. And you'll also need to come and see the medic to collect any medication handed in back at the helicopter check-in in Aberdeen. You may notice signs like this all across the vessel. General alarm, fire alarm, yellow flashing light and an acoustic intermittent signal of a constant frequency. So what does one of those sound like? If you hear this alarm, or you see a yellow flashing light, stop work and listen out for an explanatory message.
Attention, attention. This is a general alarm for drill. This is a general alarm for drill.
Make your workplace safe, like turning off electrical equipment and any tools you've been using. Then following the yellow walkway, head for your muster point in heli-admin, where you are now. If you can on the way, go via your cabin and collect your survival suit, your life jacket and warm clothing. If the warning siren is this, then grab your T card from the rack where you left it a few moments ago. It's your boarding card for the lifeboat.
This is an evacuation. This is an evacuation. All personnel proceed immediately to the assigned lifeboat station.
For anyone coming straight from on deck, there are plenty of survival suits and life jackets out here. And if you can't make it to your own lifeboat, Don't worry, there are others on foinaven. There are 2 up front, 1 each side and 1 to the rear on the port side. Once here, it's wait to be told what to do next. It might be to go to your lifeboat, but in the case of an evacuation, it's more likely you'll go the way you came, by helicopter. But even more likely that it was just a drill, and in this case, staged for the cameras. Okay, now we're going to head out on deck. Here are the must-have items to take with you. Safety boots, gloves, safety glasses, coveralls, hard hat, green as you're a first-time visitor. Leave behind anything you've not got a permit to use outside, because we're stepping from the protected living quarters out into the zones where there might be a risk of explosive gas. That so much work goes on safely at the same time is only possible because of the strict control over activities on board. Systems and work permits make sure that all risks have been assessed and work is coordinated and monitored. Our particular risk is this battery operated equipment because it could create a spark, therefore causing an explosion. We have our permit and you'll be told a little bit more about the permit you'll need after this general induction. So what happens if you need to report an accident or a fire? Well, you can either hit one of the manual alarms situated around the vessel, or you can dial 666 or 999. So what would happen if someone was to fall overboard? Let me show you. Man overboard! Actually, while you're there, it's probably a good time to remind you that nothing should go overboard. No waste, no oil, and especially not people. Man overboard! But if you do see someone in the water, then grab a life belt to throw to them if there's one nearby. Keep your eye on them and keep yelling, "Man overboard!" until someone comes to help. This way, the emergency rescue teams can be called and do what they're there for, rescue. Now for some more basic rules. Back home, there's a smoking ban indoors. Here, there's a smoking ban outdoors and indoors, apart from the designated smoking areas. As I said before, nothing goes overboard and everything is recycled. I separate my waste at home, and it's the same here for every operation. There's even a green team on board to ensure that everyone is doing their bit to help save the environment. Barriers, don't cross them. Even if it looks as though there's nothing going on, there could be work above or below you. You, me, we're all the first and final barrier in stopping something going wrong. We've talked about the general and evacuation alarms, but there are a couple more. A white flash means foinaven is about to turn around the turret, so keep clear. And a green light means there's a phone ringing. Check your station bill for other local alarms you might notice. That's enough alarms for one day. Now all this might seem very dramatic, but with pressurised walkways like this, the accommodation is a safe haven, with the well-established operating and safety procedures, and with a highly experienced and skilled personnel to run the vessel, this is one very safe place to be. Or I wouldn't be here. The simple message is to work together, follow the rules and keep it safe. Stop and think before you do anything, because there's always enough time to work safely. If in doubt about anything you see, report it. And if there's anything about the work you're going to do that you're unhappy or unsure about, don't do it. Get a second opinion and report it to your supervisor. Or talk to a safety representative. They're the ones with red helmets. However you do it, make sure you let someone know. Try not to worry if this all seems a little overwhelming. There are plenty of people on board willing to help. It was their first time once too. You have your HSE handbook and of course the station bill with all the information you need and more. And not forgetting you still have your guided tour coming up, which will help everything to fall into place. So that's it from me. Oh, one more thing. Be safe.